Hello, salam everyone. This is Sumi. Welcome to What's Going On by Sumi, powered by Depilex. Let's have a look to who's going to have today's makeover courtesy of Depilex. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for me to interview my special guest today, special as always. And we have a motivational speaker who is always happy, positive, and brings so much joy in our lives and other people's lives, and doing so much to make differently abled community inclusive of this society and make it part of it in whatever possible way she can. Tanzila Khan, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Sumi. I'm doing quite well, and how are you?
I'm doing very well. So excited to have you. I've been like wanting to speak to you and have this interview for a very long time, and finally we've done it.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here.
Great. How's it been for you, this COVID life and everything happening, pandemic, Delta, and pata nahi kya kuch nahi aa gaya ab?
Well, it has been uncertain for me, just like most people, but I decided to make most of it. I understood what lacks in our country and what are our powers, how much we're lacking family time, and how much it is important to cherish our relationships and take care of each other, and also to look out for people who are far away from us. And a sense of connectivity was there, which felt very good, because I think we all are connected throughout the world. So I think I use that energy, produce some good projects, and hopefully post-pandemic also will be creating value.
Inshallah, inshallah. You've been doing so much work, and differently able ki main baat kar rahi hu because that's your forte. That's something that you specialize in, and you do motivational speaking in so many places. So how did you come up about this idea of getting out there, making different programs? And you've been working on inclusivity. So what all programs have you worked on, and what motivated you to do this?
I think being a woman with disability myself, and growing up in a household that is agricultural and having army background, all of these things, it inspired me to believe that I do have power, I do have agency, and if I want to just live with the idea that I'm a disabled woman sitting on the couch, come give me some good aid, give me charity, give me pity, it's very doable, it's very easy, and a lot of able-bodied people do that.
Of course they do,
they do that, and I think that was not a life of dignity for me. So I had to explore what are my gifts and how can I use them to make this world a better place. Especially when I saw that my family is putting a lot of effort to empower me. So what was my way of giving back to them? We can never give back to our parents. I mean, we can never give back to our family because they invest a part of them that is never, retrievable. So you give back to the society, you give back to people.
Absolutely.
So my inspiration came from my family's empathy towards me, and then slowly I was like, okay, let's not be too cliched. Initially I did dive into motivational speaking, but that is also, godifying a person with disability and making them feel that you are God sent, you are free of any sin. That is not true. I can name a list of people who are pretty much mafia and they have a disability. And that is good and bad, because there's a spectrum of personalities that people with disabilities can have. So for me to dive into these different projects was very exciting for me. Like, fashion or makeup, or I recently did a dance video with my friend Jillian, and being swirled around in my wheelchair. I never thought I could do that, but that's happening. And Other than that, did some acting, did a comedy film on disability.
That is amazing.
And slowly you realize it's not just body impairment, there are other disabilities. Like I think women are disabled on a daily basis.
On a daily basis,
So
one thing or the other.
Exactly,
Yes.
and our identity is just about their culture, about where they live in terms of region. So a lot of my projects had nothing to do with like body impairment, but disabilities and attitudes in general. For example, my project on menstrual health care, the delivery of menstrual products across Pakistan,
Right.
that is slowly for women who face barriers and disabilities in terms of healthcare. So if that is not a disability, what else would it be?
Exactly. So when you were in school and then university and all, what were the things that you thought that, you know, these are the things that really need to be added into the program just to, you know, include you guys and you guys not feeling like special and excluded because you're limited. So unfortunately ये चीज़ें दिमाग में आती हैं और लोग पूछते हैं, and I want to ask because there are a lot of people कहते हैं कि ये चीज़ होनी चाहिए, वो चीज़ होनी चाहिए. I want to know what Tanzila thinks and like how are things supposed to be changed in schools and universities, because those are the times and that's the age where you're being molded, your confidence and everything is being shaped at that time. What do you think?
I think one thing that really worked for me was when I went to a regular school. I did not go to a school dedicated to people with disabilities.
Okay,
and
great.
Though I really appreciate the efforts being taken place here in Pakistan. Pakistan has almost 300 schools for differently abled children run by the government.
Nice.
So that is a great effort, but in the long run they have to go back to the real world where everybody exists together, everybody has to work together, and they have to design a world that is inclusive of everyone. I would highly recommend that we create our workspaces, our campaigns, our design-oriented products catering to a multiple types of bodies, basically, you know, skin colors, types of bodies, identities. I would really appreciate that we also direct our marketing campaigns having people with different impairments, because we are a target market as well.
And you're part of the society.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we have money and we want to buy your products.
Yeah.
So if you're not marketing for me or if you're not campaigning for me, you'll not get my money. So it's actually a business angle to that.
Right.
So I think to be counted as an individual who has a say, who has like power to also contribute, I think that respect should be included at a very basic level.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, mashallah, your positivity and you're always, you know, bringing joy and all of that. How do you keep up with this? Because during this time, इतना complicated हो गया दुनिया, इतनी competition आ गया है, this perfection on Instagram, look-wise, बहुत negativity है. So how do you just, you know, put that away and focus on positivity?
Thank you for saying that, first of all. To recognize that, I think that means a lot to me.
That is your main thing. Like that's the first, your vibe is the first thing one notices.
Thank you so much. And to me, it's true. The world has a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and as a woman with disability, on a daily basis, I go through such petty problems that are so huge for me, and they're so petty in the eyes of the world that I can't even bring them out on a different platform, because I know nobody would really understand that. For example, I'll give you an example that I go out, I can't eat the whole day because I don't know if I'll find a bathroom in the vicinity or not, and that is missing out on the conversation of food, of enjoying that experience with your friends, and that affects your relationships, that affects you. But overall, if you see, there is more beauty in this world than there are problems. Absolutely. And I choose to recognize that, I choose to focus on that, I choose to be a hustler every day. And I think my power comes from the fact that I'm a woman, and my womb gives me power, you know. Every day it reminds me, every month it's a celebration for me that the creator made you a creator. This is something that a very close friend of mine told me, and I was like, yes, you know, that is a credit, that's a validation that came when I was born. So I think my power comes from the fact that I'm a woman and I cannot be anything but awesome. So yeah.
That's great. Mindfulness, and you know, part of this conversation, कि बहुत ज़रूरी है. What do you do for your self-care? What do you do to have that mindfulness in order to stay, you know, stable and, you know, just connect with the world with more positivity? What do you do?
I look at my mindfulness and my mental health, I take it very seriously. So I regularly go for my meditation sessions, I go for yoga sessions, I go to the gym, I swim. I'm also a shooter. I go for cupping therapy.
Wow.
I make sure that I have the right fragrances in my room. I have the right candle sets
You like
in my
candles
room.
too?
I love candles.
Great.
But all these things are not luxury. They're actually ways to calm yourself down, to ground yourself. They teach you focus. They teach you your own ability. And clearly, I can't walk. So, you know, my body, knee below is not there.
But you're doing so much. Even the people who can walk, they don't go for swimming. They don't do nothing. They're sitting on the couch. I'm being one of them.
No, I think you're doing a lot as well.
I stopped going.
You're
I
always
stopped
on
doing
your
all of
toes,
this.
Sumi. I know that also.
But mashallah, you're doing so much in order to be productive, in order to have that positive energy and, you know, like proper thought process into everything, because you're doing all of this stuff that's keeping you sane. And then taking time off the phone, Instagram, social media.
And it brings me to a point, I'm very careful about the content that I invest in. For example, I would read about the director before I watch a movie. I would always read into his or her history, what kind of movies they have been doing, what was their journey like. I'm like, the director or the producer seems interesting, now I'll watch this movie. And that applies to a lot of regional cinema. Of course. So I think it helps you develop your rhetoric. It helps you develop a perspective on life that is unique. And that's exactly how you become someone who's helping people.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, there's a lot to be cynical about.
I know. So good to have you, and you know, like I said, your energy. Moving on, this is going to be the rapid fire round. Let's see how good Tanzila is with quick questions. So you have very little time, 5 seconds. I'm gonna start counting.
Okay.
The minute I realize you're taking too long.
Okay.
So, ready?
I hope so.
Okay. Your guilty pleasure.
Food.
Most favorite TV series.
Hum Panch.
Wow, that's an old one. Most memorable travel destination.
Thailand.
What does friendship mean to you?
Loyalty.
2 people who inspire you.
Princess Diana and my grandmother, my maternal grandmother.
Acha, okay.
She raised 7 boys.
She raised 7 boys. Wow, that's amazing. Girls' night out or chill out at home?
Chill out at home and then a girls' night out.
Acha. 2 favorite celebrities and why are they your favorite?
Sophia Anjum. I think she's doing a spectacular job in terms of media, in terms of empowering the community around her. And I really like, oh my god, who's my favorite celebrity? Come on, Tanzila. I think I like Numan Javed.
Numan Javed?
Yeah, Numan Javed.
The singer?
The singer.
Okay, great. Okay, the first thing that comes to your mind when you see the colors that I'm going to take the name of. White.
Purity.
Pink.
Baby girl.
Gold.
Gold? Me.
Blue.
My brother.
Green.
Thailand.
All-time favorite song?
Tanzila, come on. I don't know, it's national anthem maybe.
Favorite hobby?
Reading.
You did great.
So, thank you.
You did great.
Thanks.
Moving on, we're going to ask her, what's the story? I have stalked you. I've taken out 3 pictures of yours from Instagram. And I would love to know what was going on while those pictures were taken.
Sure. Yeah.
So this picture of yours, which was...
Of course. So this was a photo shoot with a brand, and they had invited me to represent disability as part of this fashion brand, and I highly encouraged them. I don't know if I can take the name or not, but
you can, sure.
It's Fatma Rajput, this very recent new designer, and I loved their strategy. They did not get a model that looks like everybody, though I really respect work of models as well, but they got regular women to wear their clothes and showcase, and I think
you look beautiful. It's an angrakha or something.
Yes, it's very
stunning.
Thank you so
much.
And
wo aapko gol gol bhi ghuma rahe and all of that. So nicely done. Very nicely done.
Thank you so much.
And then there is another picture of yours. I'm assuming it's with your dad.
Yes. This is a picture of me and my dad. We're in Antalya, and I had forced him to go on a trip with me last October during peak Corona times, and it was such a memorable trip, Sumi, because me and my dad, we traveled together 20 years ago when I had gone to US for my medical treatment. So I was like in a stroller then, and now I'm taking him around. Ke idhar jaye, and he's like, "Tum badi ho gayi ho," and I'm like, "I'm yours." So
Well, prayers for Turkey. Turkey's in bad condition right now. Fires everywhere.
Let's pray for Turkey.
And they're asking for help, so hopefully things will be better.
Oh goodness. This is a picture of me and Shahzad Alam. It was her birthday, and Shahzad Alam herself is such a beautiful soul, and her story is so motivating. And on that particular day, I was fasting, I remember, and I was shooting a video for her community center, Jahan Ara, that she has dedicated to her late daughter. And she's doing these tiny courses over there like Kathak and Khatati, Nakashi, a beautiful way to preserve the culture of Pakistan. So that was
amazing. Thank you so much, Tanzila, for joining me. It was great catching up with you, and I hope you just keep on bringing this ray of light, joy, positivity, good energy. And I wish you all the very best with the upcoming projects, and so proud of what you're doing.
Thank you, Sumi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any message for the youth right now watching you?
I would like to tell everyone that there's just one way how we can grow together, and that is to support each other. That is the spirit of a community. So women must support women, women must support men, men must support everybody, and we are all there for each other. So come on, let's buck up and support each other.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I shall catch you guys next week with another guest. This is Sumi saying, Baumana Khuda.